Article 6 is no extra contract agreements. When you give somebody a performance bonus, that's an extra contract agreement. When you're telling them if you come to work every day during this week on time, we'll give you extra $100, then that's a incentive and that's an extra contract agreement. They should have stopped that from the beginning. Now, the first time it was brought up in Shanahan in the meeting, and all of them was here. Shanahan never he wasn't against it. His thing is, well, I thought everybody would get it, and he was not against it at all.
So you would classify an extra contract agreement as one that gives the employee more than what he's entitled to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As compared to an extra contract agreement, which would give them less.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I would say that for some fact that there's a stipulation on why you get the money. See, when they put a stipulation on that and they give it to certain groups of people, it's just like with extra overtime. If there's an extra assignment, it's supposed to be given to the top senior employee. They don't follow that either because they're not made to follow it.
We found out that there's a lot of things that they don't follow. And as we brought up inside the union meeting, when supervisors work, especially down in the airport, who is the aggrieved employee? And Shanahan came up empty-handed on the answer. You know, me being down Oregon Avenue, I would like to work extra overtime if I can get the opportunity. And the opportunity's either down at the airport, PHL, Air Service Center, wherever. I want the opportunity to go perform that work since I got my seniority. I have my full-time. That's why I pay dues. That's why I've been here for 25 years. Because to get the opportunity to work when extra work is available.
But the seniority got to mean something. It should mean something.
But you know what though? This is why I say Shanahan's full of it. Because if they can call supervisors from other buildings when they need help, then they can call other employees. Right. And actually, they've done that. When Oregon Avenue had this, they had a fire or something.
Right, they did.
Because they asked me to go down there. They was asking whoever they could to get down there.
The drivers too. Remember they had a big snowstorm?
So if you can do it when it benefits you, then you can do it with the prevent supervisor from working. You can do it whenever you say that there's extra work that's available.
Right.
All right, two things. Clarence said that he talked to Shanahan about the grievance, $100 bonus, and Shanahan told him that he thought everybody would get it. You're the principal officer. How you going to say, I thought everybody would get it? Yeah. You supposed to know before it happened.
Right.
When we brought that up a couple years ago, and he was not opposed to the $100. And it seems like they're really not fighting it because it's been 2 years. And he'll say, oh, it was in arbitration. Well, what's the status? We, the members, don't know nothing about what's going on in this law.
Because now shout out to everybody. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. Had to work. These guys, they don't do no work. I work all the time. No, but before we get into it, I know y'all guys talked about the whole upstate New York thing, right?
Yes.
But I want to give a big shout out to Tom Shootlow. I talked to him this morning, and he was kind of upset with what happened. Yeah, he was kind of upset with what happened. He felt like he let everybody down. And I told him, "No, man, this guy was in the snow, the rain. He even got on a plane and go to the TDU convention. It got snowed out. Had to stay there like an extra day, extra couple of days. Came back, got off the plane, and went right back to campaigning for the vote no for his local. And I want to give a big shout out to you, brother, man. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel down on yourself. You did a great job. It's just a shame that our leaders are so corrupted and colluded with the company that they would not only sell you out, but all those members out up there.
You know what? He didn't let the members down. Hoffa let the members down.
Right.
Because if the members voted down by over 65%, how can he did his part? Hoffa's not doing his part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to say, Tom Shuler, big shout outs. You know, sometimes it seems like you're competing with me, I'm competing with you. You're doing a great job, brother. But listen, can't get discouraged.
Right.
We lost the vote 2013. We lost the election 2016. We just lost the contract by 8 votes.
Right.
We're still here,
Right.
knocking it down.
Right.
We're on the side of the road.
Right.
So, but while I got the mic, right, also, Espo said that I'm part of the E-Board, right? Technically, I'm not. Because what happened is Shanahan sent an email, Oregon Avenue, and PHL, the airport, saying that those management don't deal with jumbo. Number 2, Richard Hooker. Shanahan was in the meeting, principal officer, in the meeting with the manager, and said, I do not want Richard Hooker doing any hearings on preload. Number 3, Vice President Joan McGovern said, I don't want Clarence Bagby, the shop steward on preload, sitting in on any grievances once they file. Joe Esposito, Oregon Avenue. Joe Esposito, they don't want him in the room when they're talking about his grievances. So we're a part of what union are we a part of?
Wait a minute. If you, the grievant, have a grievance in, there's no reason why, because I know, man, Rich talked about that before. There's no reason to make the grievant go outside. That grievance should be able to, he should be able to be a part of everything. And he should be able to be a part of the whole process. There should be no side deals cut. The grievant person should be there the whole time.
I hear it in here.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So
No, this one always made it.
if you're the grievant, you shouldn't be actually going to the hallway. You should be in the hearing the whole time.
Espo?
And you know what? I talked to Eric, shop store from Oregon Avenue, was down at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me today, he said his fear, after what happened today with the upstate New York, his fear is that 804 is going to vote. They vote their contract down by like 95%.
Right.
They're going to vote it down again. And his fear is that they're going to push that supplement through the same way they pushed ours through. And I don't disagree.
You know what I was thinking about too? I was also thinking that by them doing this, it may discourage people to vote. Because last night I had about 5-6 people coming to me and say, "Yo, Hooker, why we voting? Why we even vote? Why we even vote?"
Yeah, darn no problem. That's what we're here for. And the thing is, with your situation, when stuff like that happen, our union leaders need to come down there and show some force, because these supervisors should not be doing what they do. The reason why they do it is because they can get away with it,
right.
And they shouldn't be able to get away with it.
Yeah, mad shout out to Local 804. Damn, they really represent the new leadership. They're doing a great job. So what happened is what we had to do. 804 doesn't need any help, but what we should do when it's time for them to vote, we need to get on a train, in our car, and plane, go down there and help them. Make sure they get all the members out to vote.
But here's the thing. I'm with you on that 100%. But the fact is, they voted their supplement down 95%. So they're going to vote no. The problem is Hoffa going to push it through. Same way he did upstate New York. Same way he did us in 2016. Same way he did this year. Is he going to push it through again?
Probably so, because they're going to use that whole thing. Well, you didn't have
50%
vote.
I think it's more about trying to make sure that guys that are here, that stay, that have seniority, that are paying attention, kind of get their voice heard. You know, they're the people that are getting screwed over right now because the new hires are getting an attendance bonus. Not the guys that have been here for a while. They're the ones that are getting short.
Well, they cut that too, though.
Oh, they cut it finally?
Yeah.
I don't think they can. I'll tell you why. Because that's a market rate adjustment. And once it was effective after August 1st, you got to put that grievance in and say, yo, you got to keep it.
But what are they going
to?
But that's going to contradict the so-called arbitration agreements that they got in for the last.
If it's in
there. That's what I'm saying. If it's in there.
The point is what's happening now. From August 1st to now, once it's contradicted, you get rectified and retroactive. They can't. UPS can't unilaterally take that attendance bonus away.
Well,
once it was in, and it's locked in. And I told Shanahan to go put that grievance in right away because, hey, the Congress convention is going to get ratified, whether it is. They're not going to take it out. The master's already been passed. So the problem here is that you're going to have an executive board that's not going after people's money. So now they're depriving people of their financial wages that they could earn at UPS because it quite clearly states a market rate adjustment gets to stay. You don't get to take it away. UPS doesn't go automatically deflate the rate. They can't go all of a sudden after paying 15 or whatever it is, or an attendance bonus, whatever the market rate adjustment is, they can't go and bring it back down. They can't bring it back and down to the starting rate that's negotiated in the contract. They have to go and give it right up to where it's at. Once they set the bar, that's the new minimum. And then what comes into play, here, one more thing. Do these people get the extra bonus, the general wage increases with that attendance bonus? Because it's a very interesting thing, because they have a non-discretionary bonus. That's the legal term for it, everybody. Non-discretionary bonus.
Now, here's my question. Does that bonus, now they was getting a bonus from August 1st, right?
Right.
Does that bonus, or is that bonus going to be included in the retro? Because it should be. Because they gave them that bonus at whatever their rate was after August the 1st, and that bonus should be included into the retro.
When did they officially take away the attendance bonus?
This January.
This January.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was in effect August 1st. So they
Yes.
should have
Yeah.
been getting the attendance bonus already. Your question becomes, should they get the general wage increase or just the minimum bump that comes into play? Because when you calculate the regular rate, which is the issue here, is the regular rate. Which is the rate that they're calculating from? The regular rate that is determined by the Federal Labor Standards Act, right? Or whatever rate they want to make up, saying, oh, well, our contract says it's $13 an hour, you're going to get paid. Is it $13 an hour plus the attendance bonus is how you figure out the rate, right? Because there's guys in, as we see in the contract out there in California, their rate's already above $15 an hour. They're going to get the $4.50.
What's up, John? How you doing?
I'm pretty sure that with other
Good to see
minimum
you.
wage laws that are coming out in New York, that they're going to get these general wage increases and everything's going to be a lot different. I'm very interested to see how Local 804 handles that inside their supplement, because they're the only supplement across the country that has everybody's wages calculated in a sheet where you can see it inside their
Right.
supplement. We don't have that, and it's a big deal for me. Very big deal, because you as a shop steward, there's no way you on the floor are going to be able to make that determination by any means, especially if this attendance bonus
Right.
gets put through and they say, yo, no, you got to keep it. You're going to have a little section in there that says, well, these people hired from here to here get to have this attendance bonus for life.
Espo. So now, everybody know I called the way I said, Espo, you lost me. All right, now, so here's what I'm saying. I'm a part-time.
Yes.
Espo, I'm listening to the radio show. Am I going to get my retro check? When am I going to get my retro check? Am I going to get the $100 bonus in it? That's all I want to know.
Well, you should have already been getting a $100 bonus, right? You're already getting that. You're already getting the attendance bonus. You're already getting that. You should already have received that. When you get the retro check is when the contract's ratified. When all the supplements have either been forced upon us to be passed, or they actually pass by themselves. Take your pick. Because what the IBT described here, it wasn't ratified. It was passed by HAFA. That's not ratifying. That's implementation.
Yeah.
All right, because all four, Espo's out, all three of us. We can't go anywhere in the hub. Hooker, where my retro check?
Yeah.
Clarence, where my retro check?
Yeah.
Clarence, how come they stopped the $100 bonus?
Yep.
The union ain't nothing. The union
Yeah.
ain't nothing. Hooker, where's my retro check?
Yep. Every night.
No,
Every night.
now, Clarence, you said I'm gonna get my retro check in February. That's not what I said. We said one local is they're gonna count their balance in February.
Right.
That's all we had.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's all it's about. Retro check. Why these people don't vote like they say retro check, retro check?
Because they understand
The
money.
fact is-
They understand voting.
But here's the thing. The retro check is about money, right?
Yeah.
But the voting is also about money. It's also about your benefits, your job. It's about everything. The reason why we keep getting these bull crap contracts is because we let the wrong people stay in power. The reason why they're pushing these contracts through is because we let the wrong people stay in power. And the same way you're paying attention to these retro checks,
Gotta
you
pay
need to
attention
be
to the vote.
paying attention to who's doing what and what local.
And,
You gotta pay attention.
And I got to add this, because I got a question about it last night about how can we change this whole 2/3 language in the Constitution. And this is how you do it. Now, me, Jumbo, Clarence, Joni Lane Miller, Jeff Underpoint, and that was it. Right? Yeah, that was it. We went to the convention in 2016 to change part of the Constitution for whoever's in office not to be able to just impose a contract on us. And also, to get Teamsters United candidates on the ballot that coming year. So, as you guys know, our e-board, they chose just to protest in silence. They didn't want to go. They tried to sabotage us from going. All this other kind of stuff. Now, let's fast forward all through this from 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Because of what happened in 2016, it caused this problem to happen with the contract now. Because we couldn't get enough delegates to go. People were too afraid to stand up. All this other kind of stuff. This is what happens when you don't vote, like Clarence and everybody keep talking about. When people don't stand up and vote and take their what they're paying for seriously, this is what happened. But we get a chance to do it again, and this is how it's going to work. In 2021, it's going to be the same situation. And I'm hoping that we have, and I believe that we're going to have new leadership to go down there and do the right thing this time. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to elect new leaders, and you're going to get a chance to change the Constitution yet again. But this time, everybody that's hooping and hollering mad, you're going to be the same thing. So whenever you guys have a delegate election in your local next year, you got to get up and regardless of what your e-board does, if they still support Hoffa, you're going to have to get up like we did, because our e-board, they still support Hoffa. They will not do anything, undermine them, whatever the case may be. Whatever he say, they're going to do. So what we did is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get up, run for delegate in your local, and make sure that that language gets removed and you get the right leadership in there. Because if not, it's going to be the same thing over and over. Because it's time out for hooping and hollering, and I can't believe they did it again. And it's time out for that. You got to stand up now, because it's going to keep happening.
Listen, I think they're just afraid to go fight charges, right? Like Johnny Doc has to. You ever seen this?
Yeah.
And all the stuff on there.
Right.
Some of the stuff, who cares?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff I could see as legitimate, maybe concerns, right? But the other stuff is, who cares? Because I looked at their retirement package, and it sure beats our retirement package, and I have never heard in IBT, the electric union workers ever really complain.
Right? You never hear them complain.
They go out and they do the job, and they go and they stay organized, and they stay together because they realize they're in a craft and a trade, and they protect it.
Right.
So I look at it as the guy did his job very well. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really want to know, are these guys afraid of getting, banged over frivolous charges that they might be accepting up at, at the trustees meeting, board meeting?
Yeah, well, I've been at the gates the last 2 days. You know what I mean? Actually, I've been out there. We've been out there a while, but the last 2 gates last 2 nights I've been at Oregon Avenue, right? And the drivers, they had him. I mean, they had him. With the e-board, they had him. I mean, some of the comments I heard was unbelievable.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
I mean, now I'm hearing it from the drivers. The drivers are saying this, you know what I mean? And one driver said, John, I voted no, it don't count. What I'm going to tell him? He said, and he's been at 15 years, he said, John, I voted no, it don't count. You know what I mean? It starts with the e-board, it ends up with Hoffa. You still have to vote. You got to vote no matter what.
No matter what, right.
You got to vote, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what? I know a lot of people seen those 51 brand new jobs up there, right? So they had 51 new driver jobs up last week. This week, you got 19 feeder drivers laid off. So how do you have 51 new jobs open and you got 19 feeder drivers laid off? I'm trying to figure out the balance in that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad you put that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I got the wrong number. I went through the hub 15.
Nice.
So 19, okay.
Yeah, because where it is, you got 10 of them on Twilight, Midnight, and he had it was 9 of them that came on preload. 3 of them went home, 6 of them stayed.
Okay,
so it's 19 total that I know of.
I'm glad you brought that up because the union, they don't even think they know they're in the hub. They don't know what's going on. That's sad. And Richard Hooker's put something together for the feeder drivers, right? Because most of them knew, and they have a lot of questions. So he's putting something together.
It's funny you said that. I talked to the guy tonight, this morning. This morning, he just came from U.S. Foods. 16 years. He's a feeder driver for us now. He's been there since September. He said he don't know what's going on.
Right.
He don't know what's happening.
So you have one guy from one feeder driver from 107. Most of these guys that's coming in, they coming from Teamsters local, so they know what's going on, right? But what happened is they said we don't know what's going on. What kind of local y'all running right here? That is not good. But Richard Hooker to put something together, because I think 4 or 5 they had me surrounded in the lunchroom. And I'm like, yo, we gonna get everything y'all need to know, this and that, right? And they're like, how about this? How about that? How about that, right? I mean, you mean to tell me the president, the BA, President Billy Marsh, BA, a feeder, didn't come talk to y'all? Didn't come tell y'all what's going on? Oh, that's right. He don't work nights.
The fact that if you got feeder drivers working nights, you need a BA that work nights too.
Right.
You need a BA. UPS is a 24-hour shift. So you need somebody down there. The BA's got to be available for the membership.
And I'm going to read this what our brother John Searcy, he's the principal officer from Local 117. He also just got elected to the AFL-CIO board over there. And he says, I think the 2/3 rule is a symptom of the real problem. The real problem and core issue is we have way too many members unengaged and not seeing the importance of voting. These contract negotiations have a direct impact on their households, families, kids. We need more internal organizing for strength. And he's right. He's right. He's right. We got a whole lot of unengaged members. We do our best. All of us, we do our very best. And we come up with all these ideas and try to get people engaged, and people, they just won't vote. And a lot of it is apathy because I just voted. And you still threw it on me.
But that's the problem. It's the fact that you got leadership who basically that's throwing the votes away. And when you got leadership, when they see that the leadership is uninvolved, what makes you?
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, I hear that a lot. Why am I coming down to the meeting when I only see them twice a year,
Right.
or once every 3 years?
And not only that, while I'm coming to the meeting, and they only care about full-timers, only care about drivers. They don't care about the part-timers. Every time part-timer asks a question, he gets shut down.
And you know what? How about the times where we had our hand raised? Oh, meeting adjourned.
Yeah.
Like you tell them to come down into the meeting, then you adjourn the meeting
Right.
before they press no hands.
And Richard Hooker, don't put your hand up. Don't put your hand up because they ain't gonna call you. I'm on the e-board, right? Listen, I ain't put my hand up no more. Listen, I got my hand up for what? How long did I had it? What, 30 minutes one time? Totally ignored me.
No, it was a time I had my hand up so long. I remember behind me raised his hand. He got called on, and he said, "No, I want to give my turn to Clarence. He has his hand up for a long time."
Right.
And he was behind me, and I'm sitting there, hand raised, and he never called on me.
All right, so one other thing, right? We had discussion, right? Like, we disagree again. We disagree again, right? But, you know what I mean? For the members, we're going to keep the members informed. I'm going to be at the gate. People still don't know what happened with Rod Wharton. They said, did he get fired or quit, right? A lot of people don't have cable. A lot of people don't have internet.
Right.
So they don't know what happened. So we had...
What they got to do? What the cable internet got to do?
Anybody on cable internet, they seen it. You know what I mean? You put it up there
Yeah,
on
on the
Facebook
social
and everything.
media.
Oh,
they
yeah,
put it-
yeah,
They
yeah.
put it on.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
a lot of our people don't have that.
Right.
So they need to read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm going to be out the gate, hand them out, right? We had disagreement. You know, but we still here. We still together.
Oh yeah.
Because the fact is, no two people are going to think alike all the time.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, we can, all of us together makes a great team. All of us bring a different aspect to the team. And we may not agree, but we always come to a conclusion. With them guys in office now, for Shanahan, it's his way or no way. If you don't think the way he think, then you're wrong. Even when this time, like that vacation thing, he's totally wrong about. But if you don't agree with what he says, then you're automatically wrong.
All right, so I'm going to take the time out. I'm going to apologize to Ron Kamak and Chef Sabucci, but really to Chef Sabucci. I love Chef Sabucci with my heart. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? This is what happened when, you know what I mean, you don't tell a member what's going on, and this is what happened. Now we all fight and everything like that. And Sabucci, everybody know I love Sabucci. You understand what I'm saying, right? Listen, Sabucci, I hope I still can come over for dinner. You understand what I'm saying, right? But Sabucci, some things hurt Sabucci, and that's the way it is. You understand what I'm saying? But I want to apologize to you and Ron Kamak. All right?
I want to have one thing to say about this. I'm glad that someone put out there that Ron Kamak was a former UPS supervisor. I think it's important for everyone to know that particular information. He's obviously elected shop steward of his center, so
Right.
everybody should ask the drivers in his center about his credibility as a union rep. That's the most important thing here, because what you did in your past is not necessarily who you are today.
Right.
But when you're moving forward, you want to hear from the members of the person represented that he understood what they were talking about, even when they were struggling to try to talk about it. He kind of worked it out with them. He did the right thing by moving forward. That's really important, moving forward.
Right.
All right, so in defense of Ryan Kamak, me and Ryan Kamak, we always talk and everything. I think he was a great shop steward, right?
Yeah,
I really believe he was a great shop
Yeah.
steward, right? But all I'm saying, this stuff coming out now, it just, threw me for a loop. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, now that's kind of where I disagree a little bit, because what he did in 30 years ago is you can't really hold somebody hostage about something that was a decision they made a long time ago.
Right.
I didn't know him back when he was a shop
Right.
a management person. I knew him as a shop steward. And as far as I know, he's always been a stand-up guy.
Right. And,
So
and,
I don't have nothing bad.
and
about
his guys in
So,
the
like I
shop,
said,
they know they fight for him.
Yeah.
You know, they talk about it all the time. They was getting ready to do something. I'm going to cut nobody off. They was getting ready to do something. They had slighted one of their members that's on the safety committee, and they was getting ready to do something real, drastic to take to get back at the company for what they did. And he was going to be at the forefront of that. So he know how to fight.
Now, my thing is, if he's going to be on their slate, we're going to run against him. And to me, I don't care if I'm running against you or not.
Right.
If you're a stand-up guy, you're a stand-up guy.
And we had
And
a
I have nothing
conversation
against
about that.
I
I
have
told
nothing
him,
against Kamak.
I told him about that. I said, look, Kamak, nothing personal. Moving forward, the things that's going to come out, it's going to be true and factual. He said, look, I understand. And all that stuff was going on before I got there. And I said, I know, nothing personal. But it is everybody else in that slate, they need to be removed from office. He said, look, there does need to be change. He said that out of his own mouth.
And so, so we all can disagree, right? Now, Ron Kamak can tell you, I asked Ron Kamak to run with us. All right? So I never had a problem with him. All I'm saying is bring everything out.
Right.
So, okay, so now we had another member, ex-supervisor that ran for office. They wouldn't vote for him. I think he spent more money than me that year. He rolled up with his truck. I think he had 4,000 T-shirts in there, right? They wouldn't vote for him because they say he was ex-supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Right. All I'm saying, just bring the facts out. Just bring the facts out and let the people decide what they want to decide.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I said, I don't have a problem with Ron Kamak, but the way the principal officer, Shanahan, does things is not right. Just like the process. They say that, I want everybody to know I'm not upset because we all talked.
Right.
And we knew
right.
that I wasn't going to be next
right.
business
right.
agent. Even though I was supposed to be next business agent, right? So what I'm saying, like, Richard Hooker, he qualified more than qualified. Matt Gilbert, more than qualified. How about my man Rich Carroll? Rich Carroll did a hell of a job as a shop steward. Hell of a job. Wasn't even looked at. You know what I mean? You ask the people down Oregon Avenue, right? How about the people that served you, that worked hard for you? Clarence Bagley, he qualified.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? These are known fighters. You understand what I'm saying, right? So what happened, a lot of people got to understand, when you got only 7 positions, people going to be upset.
Yeah.
It's hard. And everybody fighting, you know what I mean? All the shops are fighting among each other because they think they next. Clarence Smart, what about Clarence Smart? Clarence Smart, he think he next for everything.
It shouldn't. If the process was done the right way, then nobody would be fighting.
If it was transparency in it.
Yeah, if it was done the right way, nobody would be fighting.
Right.
Because usually how it's done, somebody is moved up. The person on the board is already moved up.
Listen, Shanahan is supposed to appoint the business agent.
Right.
Right? Obviously, it wasn't an elected position. It wasn't voted on, correct?
Right.
Jump up. So, right now, we need that clarified. Was it either voted upon, or Shanahan just appoint Ron Kamak?
I think he just appointed it because, like I said, talking to Ron, he told me that Shanahan asked quite a few people from Oregon Avenue and they turned him down. I think he told me that he asked folks and they all turned him down. And Ron Kamak actually went to Shanahan and said, look, well, how about me? So it wasn't Shanahan that picked him. Ron Kamak, just say, look, and as a union, you kind of want that from somebody. Hey, look, we all talk about how people don't participate, they don't want to get involved. Here's somebody who wanted to get involved, and you know, like you said, the whole process was jacked up. But
I mean,
you know.
some people say.
So let me get it straight. Hold it. Give me that. So Ron Kamak, Shanahan didn't make a phone call to Ron Kamak.
No.
Ron Kamak said, "Hey, what about me as a business agent?" So if Jumbo would have went to Bill Shanahan,
Oh, you
said,
know that? No.
What about me being
No.
a business agent?
No.
Right?
You know that?
Do you think that would have flied?
No. You
Do
know
you
that?
think that would have flied anywhere? Man?
No.
I want every other shop steward to hear this.
Right.
There was an opening, there was a position, someone took initiative and got the position. Not Shanahan appointing the person. I think it's a big deal.
But here's the problem with 623E board and Shannon. The problem is you got to watch how you say things. When he said Jeff Hester was appointed to take Rod Whartonby's spot, so Jeff Hester, trustee/BA. That's what he said as a spot. He never broke it down.
Right. And in fact, like there's no transparency. So we have.
It'd be good, but thanks, man.
There's no transparency.
Shoot.
We have no idea what's going on in our own local. We honestly don't know. And it seemed like, like I said, I have nothing against Ron Kamak. As far as I know, he's always been a good guy.
Oh yeah.
He's always been a stand-up union guy. Him being, to me, it's just my opinion, him being a supervisor 30 years ago should have no effect on the job that he can do right now.
And I want to talk about this bylaw amendment because it's coming up where we're going to have to vote at the hall. Now, I'm going to try to do something, but to make sure that there's no rigmarole or no shady stuff when it's time to vote, but I got to do that at the hall. But what we need for everybody to do is make sure you come down to that meeting. Hopefully, it's going to be the third Saturday in March at our normal meeting because we need everybody to show up and vote. And this is what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. This is how they go. This is how the E-board going to look at it. If you guys don't show up to this meeting to get a amendment that's going to have transparency as much as we talk about it, you know what they're going to think? They're going to say, you know what? We still got our members. They still going to vote for us. Here these guys, they've been out there, got all these pages of signatures to help them out, and they still won't come to the hall and vote it in. They're going to say, you know what? We're going to win this election, so we're not even worried about it. So you guys showing up in March will go a long way of helping the membership get new leadership. It's going to go a long way, I'm telling you. Perception is a lot of things. If you guys don't show up for this, they're going to look at it and say, you know what, man? These guys don't care. And they're going to keep doing the same thing. So you guys got to come down there to that meeting so this bylaw can get accepted and approved and put into our bylaw so we can have transparency in negotiations for our local. And, you know, like I said, and after that takes place, like I said, we're working on something right now that's really going to solidify what we've been talking about when it comes to education and transparency and participation. And like I said, we can't put it out all at one time because we got to, you know, get through one thing. But you're going to see the plan, you're going to see the vision all throughout this whole process, so there won't be no, well, what's the plan? You guys see the plan. You see it already. We've been doing it the whole time. So you guys have got to come down there, vote this thing in, so we can start the next phase of what's going on.
Yeah, I stepped out. I don't know what happened. But what happened? Listen, we need for the members. If you are upset or you feel as though something was done that wasn't right to you, you need to come down here and voice your opinion. Clarence, Hooker, Jumbo, and Expo, we can't keep saying, no, I'm saying, just like down the hall. Us four can't keep fighting. You got to come down there and fight. You understand what I'm saying? And one other thing before I go, listen, Rod Whartonby, the members want to hear from you.
You know, I agree with the whole thing. Here's my take on that. The members do need to come down to the hall, but on the other side, the BAs need to be down there a lot more. Because here's the thing. The BAs are driving around in a car that's paid for by the union members.
Right.
A lot of members can't get to the hall because they're on public transportation. Some of them live in Delaware County, Delaware. So you got people that don't even live in the city of Philadelphia. But the BAs are driving around in vehicles that we pay for.
Right.
So when you have a question, there should be a BA available when you call a hall You shouldn't get no, well, you leave your name for this person, that person. Somebody should be there to answer the phone. All this stuff we are paying for. So when you have a question, you need to have somebody that you can get in touch with who can answer your question. Not, I'm going to get back to you tomorrow, or they don't answer. We got section at the hall. How come there's nobody answering the phone?
Right.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Not only did we got a hall, every BA has a phone that's paid for by the membership. So you should be able to call them. If you got to leave a message, they call you back, whatever the case may be. But there should always be somebody available when you need it.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, well, because that was brought up to me too. All right, Fred Zuckerman was running for general president, right? And they said, John, no matter what happened, Fred always get back to you. Listen to what I'm saying. No matter what happened, Fred is really, really busy. He always get back to you. That means a lot. That means here's a guy that's very, very busy, but he will get back to you if he doesn't answer the phone. We can't say that about our local, and that's sad.
I'm not saying you got to be available 24 hours a day. We know that's impossible.
Right.
But the fact is, when somebody call you, get back to them in a timely manner. That's all. You just got to get back to them in a timely manner. And but if they call the hall, it's somebody there. Somebody need to answer that phone.
All right, well, I'm going to disagree with Clarence. You can't be there 24/7. Listen, if you come down the bottom of the hill, my office is open 24/7.
But even Jumbo got to sleep sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Here's the thing, but you're only one person. There's five different BAs. So there should be somebody available. It's always be somebody available.
But just like tell them, 5 o'clock in the morning, what happened? Why was the thing? Remember
it was that's a perfect example. Situation where I'm at work and Jumbo was at Wawa. He see a member who was sent home
5 a.m.
at 5 a.m. in the morning. He called me. I talked to the member, and we straightened everything out. Fact of the matter is, I was available.
Right.
I was at work.
Right.
Now Jumbo is on preload, but he got her in touch with somebody who's there who can. It should always be somebody that can help.
Right.
And now, since you said that, right? Hook and I talk. I don't know if Clan and I talk. Listen, we need more shop stores. Shanahan want to cut down shop stores, saying it ain't in the budget. You need shop stores to be everywhere. If something go down, we can prevent it. We don't have enough shop stores. You know what I mean? Hooker covering all them areas, Clan covering all the areas. Technically, it's too much. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, we need more shop stores.
Well, I think if they just, instead of this whole nitpicking area thing, I think that would alleviate some of the issues too. Because just because I'm the shop store for the secondaries and international and all this stuff, don't mean somebody can't help out. Because they got me working upstairs.
But that's
you see what I'm saying?
Now, if we don't get more shop stores, like that's like midnight, we got 4 stores.
Right.
If you're not around, this is how we did it before Shanahan got there.
Right.
If it was a situation where I'm in the area, I jump in if I gotta help somebody.
Right.
If that's not my area, I deal with the problem. Go to the store in that area. Let him know what's going on, so he knows what's going on.
Right.
And this way, there's always somebody around to help you.
Right.
That's what transparency is all about.
Right.
You should always be able to help. So if the store is not available and you got another store there, then y'all just communicate. Keep the communication lines open.
Right.
So this all started when George was in the principal officer. So what happened is the same thing is like they don't want Hooker doing certain areas. They don't want Hooker doing Herring because he get too powerful. Clan get too powerful. That's what it is. They're scared of one shop steward getting powerful, and they shouldn't be like that, right? Because, for example, Matt Gilbert and Jumbo, when we shop stewards, right? Listen, report to Shanahan. How can you report to Shanahan? You see how he is? They're trying to tell us we got to report to him, and Shanahan's trying to say so many words. We're like, man, you better get out of here. Just like Joni. How can we report to Joni? Listen, here's a person never ran preload. Matt Gilbert ran preload for 100 years with his eyes closed, right? What are you going to call an accident? She come to him. He was training her. Clarence, you training her. She never worked preload. She worked fueling. And I don't think she worked fueling. I think she did dayside, and she was in the office most of the time. So what I'm saying is that, you can't try to control the shop store. And that's what they're trying to do, trying to control the shop store. Because they're scared. You can't worry about election. If you're doing your job, when it's time for election, the people going to vote for you. If you're not, you're not.
Right. If you take care of the people take care of you.
Right.
But I got another topic that somebody sent me last night. Dovetail list. In a few weeks, the dovetail list will be up. All the part-timers, make sure you sign that list if you are interested in a full-time job. They normally be up. They've been putting them up early, but normally they put them up the first 2 weeks in March.
Right, first 2 weeks in March.
All right, so make sure you sign it. So when a full-time job comes available, you can sign that. And all the lists that say things like for full-timers only, listen, if you want the job, if you're a part-timer, sign that paper, because what's going to happen if a full-timer don't want that job, guess where it goes to? To the dovetail list. So you need to get on that, sign that dovetail list, so you can be in a position to get a full-time job.
You know what? They had 51 new driver jobs up there.
I know, man.
There's no reason why half of those couldn't have been inside.
I know.
There's no reason. When you got people doing doubles all the time, you got supervisors working everywhere. There's no reason why you can't have inside jobs.
Supervisors working. All right, everybody that's on the south side primary. I went over there and I talked to Joe O'Neill because he gave me some excuse about training. But I said, hey, ain't nobody training over there. So listen, I already done told them, file agreements. When they work, don't be scared. He already know. I already done told them. Make sure you guys file the grievances if they working. You know they're gonna be working. They're on the South 1 primary. They're gonna be working. Trust me. Make sure you file the grievances for them working over there, because they're building all this new stuff, cutting out people out at 3 o'clock, sometimes not even getting 3 hours, and the suit's been working all night long. You guys gotta file these grievances so you can get paid. Don't let these guys keep taking your money and then blame the union, say the union ain't doing nothing. I didn't talk to the boss man. I told him, listen, if they continue to do it, this is what's gonna happen. Now I'm not over in that area, so you guys gotta file the grievances, and then we'll give them to the shop steward so they can get taken care of.
Now, if you feel leery about putting the grievance in, get with Richard Hooker. He'll put it in, right?
Right.
So what happened is, January, they changed all the managers. Listen, Clarence, Hooker, all the areas, they got them on lockdown. The managers know what's right, what's wrong, right? Now we got new managers. Now we got new round of fights.
But you know what? In my case, I don't care what manager is where or what manager does what. If they violate the contract, I'm going to grieve them. I don't care who it is.
Right.
Violate the contract, you're going to get a grievance.
Right, because we just had our, I don't want to say new boss, but a boss we had before just got back, to our area starting on Monday, and I told her right from the front, because we had a lot of issues with her before, and I told her, hey, listen, we're not going to have no problems like we had the last time he was there. She said, oh, no. And I told my full-time, same thing. Because last time she was there, man, it was just a war for no reason. She just wanted to let us know that she was the boss or whatever. But she found out quickly, who we are. And so hopefully this time it won't be no more issues.
And to Reggie, to supervisors working in a small store, now, if there is an employee who the last 2 weeks put a grievance in every day for the last 2 weeks that we're still waiting to hear. So if the supervisor working and you see them up there working, you got to put the grievances in.
Right.
Put the grievances in, you will get paid. That's a guarantee. That's my guarantee. If you put the grievance in for supervisor working, you will get paid.
So it looks like we're coming up on time, but I don't see the other crew yet. So we're gonna keep going on. Like again, don't forget.
Door open, right?
Yeah, it's open. Don't forget, you gotta come down to that bylaw meeting. Well, the general membership meeting where we're gonna vote on the bylaws. You guys gotta be there. Now I'm gonna do something in February to try to make it easier for the members. I ain't gonna put it out there yet because I'm gonna have to keep. That's gonna be my ace in the hole. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again. Because I don't want there to be no rigmarole when it comes to this voting for this bylaw. I know they're gonna try at getting this in. So again, in February, if in February's meeting, I'm gonna put it out there, and so we'll see how that goes. But it's gonna be good because you guys got to come down there. You gotta come. I'm gonna make it easy for y'all to get down there. I'm telling you, you ain't gotta worry about no whole lot of foolishness going on. I'm telling you, y'all found out what I do in February, but you guys got to get there, man. You got to get there because I don't want these guys to think that they have a chance in October, November. And I'm telling you, they're going to look out into the audience, and if their hall is empty for this bylaw amendment, they're going to be like, yeah, okay, they done did all this stuff, and they still ain't coming down here to vote. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to still do the same thing. They're going to still be sitting back like, yeah, we got this. I don't want them to have any hope come November and October. That's just me. I don't want them to have any shot at all.
All right, so look like we got a couple more minutes. So two things I got to touch on. First thing is that Billy McClain won the TV. Everybody in the hub saying, we ain't know y'all had a raffle. We ain't know y'all had a raffle. So tell them what we doing, Hope.
All right. Now, the last raffle we had, right, it was for, how many months? We did for like 2-3 months. Now, the timing was kind of messed up because during peak season, I think we sold like, man, I got it written down at home. But we sold like double the amount the TV was cost, so it was good. So like I said, all proceeds are going to go to shirts, flyers, ink, paper, pretzels, roses. We got to get these guys out. Every nickel and dime is going to go to that, from getting them out, giving the local back to the members. But we're going to have another raffle coming up real soon, and we're going to put it out there. We're going to promote it better so we have enough time to do it. So everybody, it's going to be the same price, $1 a ticket. So we ain't trying to break the bank. You know what I mean? We know times are hard. $1 a ticket, and we'll let you know what it's going to be about and what it is when we get everything together. But be on the lookout for it. We're going to keep, like I said, we're going to promote it a whole lot better than we did last time.
All right, before the end of the month, we're going to have a raffle for a TV, right? And so everybody, another TV, yeah. So what happened is a bigger one. So what happened is, everybody on 623 is rough. It's rough working there at BHL and Oregon Adam, right? So we try to keep the members motivated, right?
Yeah.
So Hooker done asked me how come I got red on. I got red on. Mac Gilbert week, right? So, they've been beating me up all week. So listen, my cowboy boots, right? They like my cowboy boots, and Matt said I had a bandana on.
Right.
All right. So they were saying I look like Mick Jagger.
Right.
Pat Stacker. They took pictures last night.
Right.
So Mick Jagger is in the house. Pat Stacker and the whole hub. They got the whole hub talking about my cowboy boots.
Right.
Man is talking about jump. You got on cowboy boots. I'm like, yeah. Matt Gilbert and Pat Stacker said you got cowboy boots on. They Red Wing. Oh, I'm gonna get a shout out to Red Wing. My man Jerry. He takes care of me. Matt Gilbert once again. Red for you, brother. Have a good day.
All right, y'all. Don't forget though, these committees that we starting, we're talking about the ATM committee, the advisory team member. What it's going to be focused on, it's going to be focused on getting a group of people to come in and sit down and meet with us once a quarter, so we can, like ATM, you know, withdraw from them, they withdraw from us, and that way we can keep moving forward. So there won't be no lack of communication or transparency moving forward in this local, because and that's a big problem. You guys got a lot of questions about what we plan on doing. You see the plan. You see what we're doing. You guys just got to give us a chance. I was talking to another member that has been loyal to the guys in office for so many years. And the consensus is, and Jumbo, I know you know this, everybody in this local knows that there needs to be a change. There's no doubt about it. You can't deny it. You cannot deny that. We can't keep going down this same road over and over again. Even the brother talked to me a couple of days ago. He said, it's been like this since forever. And that's a problem. Unions got to change. Look at what UPS done. They keep changing, they keep getting innovative and all this other kind of stuff. Why hasn't it 623? Because the leadership don't change. They're afraid of the company. They let them do what they want to do. They're afraid to speak out against Hoffa. And you see what he does. He just keeps doing what he want to do. And they won't stand up for us. So we got to stand up for us, fight back, fight the company, and fight Hoffa. And get rid of all these local leaderships that continue to support them. It's up to us. We can complain about Hoffa and our leaders all day long. But if we don't do nothing about it, ain't nothing going to change.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things going on across the country, right? We're trying to keep the members informed, right? But we want y'all to know that we have an election coming up. Richard Hooker, Secretary Treasurer for Local 623. Hashtag 623 Lives Matter, right? That's what we're focusing on right now. But, you know, once we get this out the way, we're going to start focusing on next year for the delegate race, right? And we also, anything that our brothers in Ohio in Atlanta, Don McClure, Billy Camp, Billy Camp out of Ohio, keep it. Anything that you need with your contract coming up with YRC, March, we there for you.
Right.
We there for you. We
Right.
got your back 100%. And we telling everybody YRC, vote no. Vote no. You can get a better deal.
Right. And don't forget, like Jumbo just said, the delegate election is very, 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 very important. You see what just happened. You seen what just happened. You vote no, and they still implement the contract anyway because of that language. So starting now, get your team together. If your local leaders are not gonna go, then you get your team together like we did in 2016, and you go and you make your voice known, heard for your local. Everything ain't on the leaders. We gotta take blame and responsibility for our own part, and we gotta get these guys out from all over the country.
All right, so okay, now, so everybody knows Glenn Kentworthy campaigned like crazy for Fred Zuckerman, right? So what happened is he wants to fight with me. I'm not gonna fight with you, Glenn. You know what I mean? You're entitled to your opinion, and I respect what you said, right? Like I said, we can meet at Gino's and we go eat, sit down, eat, whatever, right? But we are endorsing Sean O'Brien, Teamsters United, Sean O'Brien for General President 2021. That's the way it is, Glenn. You know, we're not going to fight about it. We are endorsing Teamsters United, Sean O'Brien 2021, General President. So, you know, I'm not going to fight with you.
Right, and if we get elected, we're going to have to make a call to him to come to Local 623. And he's going to have to face the music. He's going to have to face. He's going to have to. He's going to have to come because, you know, the members got a lot of questions. You know, they remember 2013. I remember 2013. Right. So he's going to have to answer for that. And why should we give our support to him after what has happened? Now, you know, like I said, he's going to have to come and talk to the members.
Well, before that, we're going to Boston. We're going to have a sit down with Sean O'Brien, Clarence Bagby, Richard Hook, and myself. We're going to have a sit down. We're going to have, in the near future, we're going to go to Boston. We're going to have a sit down with him, right? And you got to hear my people out. Me?
Yeah, he got his
out.
out.
Everybody know I love Fred.
Right.
Fred says Sean O'Brien, the General President, it is what it is. But I only want one thing from Sean O'Brien. Listen, the next contract, no 90-day extension. That's no 90-day extension. It is what it is. We seen what happened when you gave him 90-day extension to 705. 705 still strong. When we gave him 90-day extension, they locked him out. That was our fault. Go ahead, Hook.
No. All right, we're going to get out of here. Sherry and the Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign get ready to come up. Thank you guys for listening. WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another edition of the 623 Lives Matter show. We're going to get out of here. Don't forget, you got to vote. Don't complain. And whatever you do, you got to remember that your voice is tied into your vote. If you don't use it, guess what it's going to do? They're going to take it away from you, just like they just did again. All right, we're going to get out of here. God bless. We love you guys. Don't forget to vote 623 Lives Matter this coming out fall. All right.
Richard Hook, the Secretary Treasurer.
All right. Peace out.